Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures with Clive, and we are here where we left off in the Wormway, and we did complete the 4 challenges to unlock the gate here. And so the next step is going to be to go down to the gate and see what is there, and it will be quite the fight. I'll just tease with that. So let's head down this way to this entrance. Okay, I think we walk through here, it'll save. Yeah, I did save, so we can talk with the statue now.
With courage does the hero march. Fettered by the taxing chains of fear, a stalwart soul must ever persevere. With insight does the hero choose. Guidance born of ancient wisdom proven. Peace, not strife, the undenied conclusion. With justice does the hero rule. Lead not the guiltless lamb to bloody slaughter, nor cleanse the lion's sins in sacred water. With strategy does the hero scheme. A cunning mind, 100 steps ahead, your allies close, your rivals stunned in dread. Worthy you are found. Go forth, hero, seize your fate, and rise, great worm. Heart of the gate.
Alright, so let's go through here. And we could see that there is this Ansur. So Ansur is here, and behind it is this item that we have to get. So if we approach Ansur, yeah, they're going to talk about the Great Worm here. Let's see if we can get past this guy without waking him up. Yeah, so this is the Helm of Balduran. And behind it is this door. Double iron doors. And so this would be the way out. So we don't want to do that just yet. We want to go back this way. Because we need to loot Ansur, because he has a pretty powerful weapon. Before we do that though, let's check out this helmet. This helmet's pretty good actually. You do get stun immunity, and of course you can't get critically hit, and it also gives you heals 2 hit points at the beginning of every turn. So very powerful. Depending on what you have on your characters, this is probably going to be better. Alright, before we do this, this is going to be a pretty rough fight. I'd recommend probably using elixirs if you have some. How many lightning resistances? We do have lightning resistance elixirs. We have 2. So I think I'm probably going to drink 1 on him, and maybe 1 on Will. So we'll have these 2 elixirs up, and I think that's going to be it. Make sure you have a long, or at least a short rest, so you have some of your spells back. Yeah, I think we're kind of good for now. Oh, I think she's missing her weapon. Alright, let's equip this on Shadowheart. Yeah, we want this weapon on her for sure. Sunbeam's pretty good. Okay, I think we're kind of good. So if we come over here and try to loot him, it's going to start an event.
The dragon's spirit floods your mind and memory in a great torrent of power. He is with you. He is within you. He is you. The next words that spill from your mouth are not yours, but the worm's.
I am Ansur, heart of the gate, butchered in flesh, risen in spirit.
Alright. Search your mind for what possesses it.
Ansur wends winds his way through your mind like an unstoppable river. Your body is unmoving, yet thought flows effortlessly between you. The spirit pauses, and you feel the astral prism stir. Ansur senses the Emperor's presence within it.
Answer me, Facey. Why have you come?
I'm beginning to ask myself the same question.
A deep sigh resonates within you. The torrent stills, only disturbed by the dragon's next words.
Brack, my words aren't meant for you. They're meant for him.
The Emperor stirs in the astral prism, and in you, calm, curious, and detached.
Balduran. Your presence has stirred me, as it ever did. I am awakened.
Ansur, it's been too long.
Balduran? No, I don't believe it.
Okay, so that is Balduran. Balduran is the founder of Baldur's Gate. So that's a pretty big reveal at this point. He called you Balduran.
A name I once answered to. A name I did not expect to hear again. Least of all from the mouth of an old friend.
Friend. Yes. And more. Until you killed me. Have you come to dance on my bones, Balduran? Was slaying me not satisfaction enough?
Satisfaction? No. You left me no choice.
You had every choice. You were becoming illithid. I offered you merciful death. You chose to fight. And now you bring your thrall before me. How far has the great Balduran fallen?
So it doesn't matter what we tell him, is going to be the same outcome. We are going to wind up having to fight Ansur. A touching reunion. Now how about letting me go?
Stillness. Ansur's consciousness hovers just above yours, searching, seeing.
Dear Ansur.
Enough! I gave you everything, Balduran. And you repaid me in slaughter. It is time I return the favor. Let my bones rise and the storms gather. Witness Balduran. The final tempest has come. I am the heart of the gate. I am the one who roars. This time, you will not escape it.
Okay, so this is Ansur, Heart of the Gate, and he is a level 17 dragon that has 400 hit points. He is pretty slow though, so we do get to go first. And he also does do attacks of opportunity, so you have to be careful with trying to move out of his range. Alright, so let's start off with the Hunter's Mark. We do want to try to get as many advantages as possible. There's a lot to this fight, so it's going to be really hard to, I guess, give like a complete summary. But this is actually a really hard fight, I'll put it that way. So I've been seeing him do melee attacks, but I also don't want to be next to him. So I'm pretty sure I can get out of his range. I think I have Misty Step. His main attack is going to be a breath attack, which does a lot of damage and has a very wide area of effect. So we want to also avoid the two elementals that he has. And due to the breath, we also want to split up, make sure we're not together. And then after he's done with his attacks, he will move and it will cause him to jump and then land on a spot. And that spot will be hit with an AoE and knock whoever's around down. And then you also want to turn off any abilities that would reduce your chance to hit. So like Sharpshooter. Let's see, we can compare. Yeah, we definitely want to turn off Sharpshooter. So if you do enough damage to him, it will whittle him down. And that's pretty much the key, is just to keep attacking him and not the elementals. And then eventually he will get to the point where he takes too much damage and he will jump in the air, and then he will start to do a charge. And that charge will be an AoE like Nova Blast that will destroy everything around it, and if it hits a player, it probably will one-shot them with full life. So there are ways to get around that, which we will talk about when we get to that point. Just keep in mind that you don't want to destroy too many of these crystals that are around here, because you will need them for later. So yeah, let's see how far we get in this fight, and if you have any like other abilities you can pop, you probably should have done that beforehand, but it's always good to pop them now. Anything that gets you the advantage on damage and the ability to attack them. Alright, so at this point, he is doing his charge attack, and what you have to do is just race him down and try to do as much damage as possible, but if you don't beat this check, then you have to hide behind these little crystals that are scattered around the area. So you want to make sure that you have the ability to move that far, and if you don't, you definitely want to kind of spend the action to get to a place where you can hide. And once he's done with his charge attack, then he's going to be like in a weakened state. So you do have opportunities to attack him after that point as well. So you should definitely prioritize surviving. Alright. So we did defeat Ansur.
Ansur. I never thought I'd see him again.
So it's true, you're Balduran?
I was. Now, I am much, much more. But it seems you are more interested in my past.
You literally founded Baldur's Gate. Of course I'm interested.
Such sentimentality. Very well. It's like I always told you. I was just like you. An adventurer who yearned for greatness. And in mortal terms, I achieved it. As captain of the Wandering Eye, I acquired enough gold to found Baldur's Gate. I stayed for a while to watch my city grow. But it was not enough. I grew restless again. The sea called to me, and I ran to her with open arms. Life at sea was not easy. Our last adventure was ruinous, My ship was destroyed, my crew lost, but my spirit was far from broken. I was determined to return in triumph once again. I heard of treasure in Moonrise. I strove to find it. What I found was an illithid colony, where I acquired a tadpole much like yours, and became a mind flayer, enthralled to the Elder Brain. It was Ansur who found me. Ansur who pulled me from the Brain's domination. Ansur who brought me home. He sought to cure me of my sickness, called on every healer he could find, nearly broke his spirit in the attempt. But he failed to understand. I wanted no healing. I was not sick.
So you killed him?
Even after he had exhausted all possibility of reversing my condition, he still clung to hope. I tried to convince him of my reality. I was on the cusp of greatness beyond my wildest dreams. But all he could see was a mind flayer. It came to me as I slept. A mercy killing in his mind. I saw the tears. I felt his grief. I had no choice but to kill him first. It was an act of self-preservation.
Is being an illithid really worth the loss of a friend?
Put simply, yes. And being alive even more so. Do not think that I am ignorant of what I have lost. I may not regret my actions, but I do regret that they were necessary. While the past is beyond my influence, the present is not. It is time we move on. 2 nether stones remain in the hands of the Chosen. We must find them before we confront the Brain.
Alright. And the reason why you come down here is because of this. The Balduran's Giant Slayer. Which, you know, would have been nice before we fought the dragon, but it is definitely nice to have this now. You can see the damage differential between the Halberd of Vigilance and the Balduran's Giant Slayer, and it is quite a bit of difference. So we also get on hit, we get double the damage from my strength modifier, and we also get advantage on attack rolls against large, huge, or gargantuan creatures, which the dragon would definitely be considered one of those. And we also get the ability to do giant form. So this weapon is pretty good, especially for a fighter like Lae'zel, or a barbarian too. That is also pretty good. Although I have to respec, because I am kind of spec'd more towards the polearm build right now. But I'll definitely need to respec Karlach to be able to use that sword. And we also get this note. And so reading the letter, you get this sense of friendship between Ansur and Balduran, the Emperor being Balduran, and what his turning did to Ansur. So that's a pretty big part of the game's lore in general. Having seen what Balduran went through whenever he founded the city and his friendships with the people around him. Alright, so let's head down this way. Actually, I'll just teleport back to the top. So we'll head over to Worm's Rock. Alright, so we made it up to the top. So this is the waypoint right here. So let's go upstairs. And I guess we'll just talk with the group up there. Nope, not this way. Let's go up this way. It's right through here. And through this door. And through this door. That's the audience hall.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Alright. So Mazora's going to want to make a deal with him again. That's why she wants us to talk to her after. Let's go upstairs. Here we go. This is the walkway here. We can just walk through.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Alright, so this is a pretty important, sort of important role here. You have to persuade Karlach to not be so quick to attack here, because essentially you want to hear what Gortash has to say, even though you're not going to really align with him. But you at least want to talk to him so you can leave this area peacefully with everybody intact. So let's try to persuade her. I don't think this would be that bad of a roll. Let's see. 18, okay. Yeah, we have a +8. We can get a bonus from her. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Missed that one. Let's try another one. Okay.
So we bide our time. But make no mistake, that monkey is mine.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colorful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
What kind of understanding do you suggest?
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
I'm not afraid of her.
You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. But she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know. She's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
So what do you propose?
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
I'll think about it. No promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
Alright, I must go.
Before you do, come and witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Alright.
Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Say nothing.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Alright, so I have to talk to Karlach here. Let's just talk with her.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
Seemed like an absolute fraud in a very nice coat.
Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is?
When people are scared, they'll do whatever it takes to feel safe.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Worm's Rock Fortress. We did talk with Gortash, and if you fight him now, it does become a problem because these guys, they have a lot of resistances. Like, we just look at them. Tons of resistances, and they also have a lot of strength, a lot of constitution. They're hard to kill, especially in the large number that they have here. But it is doable. Just probably not the best route. And of course you start wiping out people as well, like important leaders within the group. And Will does not want you to put his father in danger, even though he's already in danger. So yeah, that's going to be it. We did make it through the lower end of the fortress, where we talked with Ansur. Ansur has a very rich history with Balduran, and Balduran was revealed to be the Emperor. So we kind of have a really good understanding of where the Emperor came from. The Emperor has, I would say, fallen from grace a little with Ansur and a lot of his old friends. So that's pretty interesting in his background. But that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.